Welcome to another episode of Soul's Podcast. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are. Here we learn together to heal, to free our souls from all burdens of the past, and to cultivate more self-love. In today's episode, we want to talk about your why, your life purpose. At one point in our life, we all might wonder about what we are meant to do in this life. What is our life purpose? Your why or your life purpose is what motivates you and guides your life decisions. It is the reason why you leave the bed with excitement every morning to show up in the world. Many studies show that having a sense of purpose is associated with better physical and mental well-being because it can offer you a deeper sense of meaning and belonging and can help you experience a deeper level of joy. True life purpose is about recognizing your gifts and talents and using them to serve others and contribute to the world. Therefore, when it comes to career choice, it plays a key role to help you find a fulfilling line of work which is aligned to who you are, your true self. If you want to learn more about the concept of true self, please go ahead and listen to the first episode of my podcast. Nowadays, many adults find themselves in a situation where they feel anxious or depressed despite financial success and constantly climbing up the corporate ladder. They have the work they care about, the salary, and the title, but they still feel unfulfilled, like something is missing. Some might seek to compensate for this lack of joy or meaning by focusing on hobbies or side gigs outside work. It can help them to gain energy, become more creative, and sometimes even earn extra money. However, since we spend hours each day at work, if it is draining your energy, sooner or later you notice this plan is not a long-term solution to the problem. Although financial security and titles are big motivators when it comes to career choice, but it cannot guarantee deep, long-lasting joy and life satisfaction. Instead, you need to make sure what you do from day to day provides a deep sense of meaning in life. The first step toward finding meaning and joy in your life is to find out who you truly are. Because of its necessity, I have discussed with you about this already in the first episode of my podcast. You might be certain that you already know who you are, but if you're not experiencing joy in your life and struggling with symptoms like stress, anxiety, or chronic pain, this is a sign that your body is consciously hinting you toward this fact. The thing is, after years of socialization and education, it is hard for many of us to even notice most of the choices you make and actions you take is not for you, but an autopilot pattern you follow unconsciously as a result of your upbringing. The anxiety and pain begin normally when you're at least conscious about this on a physical level, somatically in your body. The next step is to expand this consciousness to your mind, and as Carl Jung puts it perfectly, uneducate yourself. Peeling off the layers of education and socialization, you will be finally able to discover your truths, meet and connect with your inner parts, and access their wisdom about your true self. Human beings are social species. It is our natural instinct to live as part of a larger community. It brings us a sense of safety and belonging to be supported by a society. That being said, please do not judge yourself for how you have been behaving so far to gain approval and seek validations from other community members, whether it is your parents and family members, your bosses and co-workers, friends, neighbors, and so on. It is the social instinct and the basic need for survival that drives these behaviors. However, to be able to reach your full potential, gain true self-esteem, and thrive and enjoy a meaningful life, As Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs also suggests, you need to push your personal boundaries, focus on a high level of growth, and discover and actualize your true self. So far, we focus on the importance of finding your why. But the main question is how to do this and where to start. Well, that is where healing and personal development play the key role. It is like your personal research project. Just like everything else in your life, you need to commit to this and allocate time weekly to allow yourself to connect with your core and inner parts and study yourself, your values, desires, strengths and needs, your behaviors and triggers. To invest time to listen to your body, connect to it, and start building your intuition muscles back. Yes, you were fully connected to your body and intuition as a child, but your upbringing, which puts the main focus on mind and thinking, have separated you over the past decades from this inner source of power. I will cover more about power of intuition in one of my future episodes. But today, I want to share some tips with you on how to actualize your true self and find your life purpose. The first thing to be mindful about is that your current identity and true identity might not necessarily be the same. Your current identity is how you show up every day out there in the world, and it is normally biased by education towards being accepted by the communities around you and gaining some sort of materialistic profit. What is certain is that it's not biased towards bringing you more joy and meaning. To discover more about your true identity, yes, without wearing any masks, pretending or hiding some parts of you, without shrinking to fit into any specific setup, what you can do is to start with a personality test to find out more about your personal desires, talents, strengths, and preferences. But remember, you must be 100% honest to yourself while taking the test, and might need to retake the test after a few months or a year as you embark on your personal growth journey to check in with yourself as you evolve to make sure you're 100% aligned with your true passion. This will help to align your future decisions and goals with your desires and will bring you more joy. Another way is to set aside time on a daily basis to reflect on each day. Look for activities you enjoy and ways you can even earn money by doing more of that. As Viktor Frankl, the founder of logotherapy, mentions in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, humans are primarily driven to find a purpose in life rather than focusing only on pleasure, what Sigmund Freud focuses on, or power, what Alfred Adler emphasizes. We are born to create and to serve a higher purpose. We experience true joy throughout small everyday experiences by encountering art, nature, and also in loving, meaningful relationships. Therefore, although necessary, seeking only pleasure or power doesn't guarantee deep joy. It is our attitude taken toward uncontrollable situations or unavoidable challenges that defines the level of satisfaction in life. So, another way to find more meaning and joy in your life is to discover your personal values. Look for people who inspire you and communities or activities which make you feel truly safe and allow you to show up 100% as your true self. And one more point I want to share with you before we close our podcast episode today. Instead of obsessing over and ruminating about painful past experiences in a negative way, try to shift this limiting perspective into an empowering one. Try to focus instead on the lessons you have learned and ways you can tell your past stories to both support others and maybe turn this into a source of income. Turn your past pain into purpose by seeing the bigger picture, using these life lessons to serve others around you, and create something beautiful and meaningful out of any past experience. This is what Viktor Frankl meant when he said it is an important source of inspiration and inner power the moment you realize you have full control over your attitude towards unavoidable, challenging situations in your life. I hope the episode today gave you some ideas to help you start with finding your life purpose. If you need more detailed support on how to find your why and would like to make faster progress on your self-growth journey towards a more joyful, meaningful life, you can book a one-on-one coaching call with me today. Please go ahead and check the link in the video description. And do not forget to check out my Life Purpose Workbook. It gives you specific instructions and prompts about which steps to follow to help you reflect on and discover your life purpose. The link is in the video description below. Thank you for being here with me today on another episode of Soul's Podcast. If you wish to learn more about this, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for more episodes and videos like this. I send you much love and light wherever you are. Your co-traveler and guide, Sareh. See you next time.